no matter what happens on the day, Mahomes being crunched backwards on all fours, limping off with his offensive lineman, is right now, in many ways, the only thing that matters. And you don't ever root for an injury. I don't care if you root against the Chiefs or not. It is bad, bad mojo to do so. No matter how much you hate the Chiefs for winning so much, no matter how much you hate a team, never, ever, 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 ever root for an injury because it will come back. I know it. I've seen it. The sports gods, do not taunt them. Do not tease them. They will crack that lightning right in your head. But if Mahomes is unable to go, he's week to week right now for the Chiefs. If he's unable to be 100% or even close to 100% for the playoffs, it changes the entire complexion of the AFC postseason. Let's set aside the Super Bowl for the moment. Right now, I believe there's 3 teams that can beat the Chiefs. The Bills, the Ravens, the Steelers, okay? No matter what happens over the course of Week 15, I believe that when we get to January, those 3 teams can beat the Chiefs. If you take Patrick Mahomes and make him 60%, 70%, or Carson Wentz is starting, then those 3 teams should beat the Kansas City Chiefs or would beat the Kansas City Chiefs. You see, you take away the can they, you take away will they, and you make it they should, they will. Because this entire season has basically been a Chiefs defense, keep it close, a Chiefs special teams, keep it close, and Patrick Mahomes make a couple of plays out of nothing. Create some magic, pull a rabbit out of the hat, and figure it out that way. If you eliminate the Patrick Mahomes factor, the Chiefs become incredibly, incredibly vulnerable. Now, I already think they are, and I've talked about this theory before here on this show and on my morning show on Sirius XM. I think we see a champion that's running on fumes. When you watch throughout NFL history, the teams that have attempted to go for a three-peat, each and every one of them has fallen short the following year. Now, some of them have reached an NFC championship game, like the San Francisco 49ers in 1990, like the Dallas Cowboys in 1994. Some of them have missed the playoffs altogether, like the Denver Broncos in 1999. But that was an extenuating circumstance. They had lost John Elway in the offseason. The Steelers attempted to three-peat twice. That's one of the greatest teams of all time. Had 2 chances at it. Could not get back to the Super Bowl. I think any team that plays as many postseason games that the Chiefs have played, or any team that goes back-to-back, you are worn down emotionally, physically, spiritually. And I think that's what's happened this year. Now, add to it that the Chiefs just offensively have not been able to get it to gear because of some injuries. Rashee Rice, Hollywood Brown. Now, add on top of all of that, a team that's running on fumes, a team that's had the X on its back for a long time, and their difference maker, Patrick Mahomes, is less than 100%. That injury right there, I'm telling you, for it to happen so close to the postseason, is how the AFC playoff picture can change in a blink of an eye. Now, we'll wait to see the official word this week. And the thing is, Mahomes has always been a quick healer, and Mahomes has seemingly never been 1,000%. It has always felt as though Patrick Mahomes is playing with some type of bang, some type of injury, some type of nick or something that has limited him in some ways. But that one, I mean, his entire body's bent back the wrong way. And even after the game, the Chiefs admit he's week to week. That's significant. That's really significant. And if you're a Bills fan, a Ravens fan, a Steelers fan, if you're a Broncos fan, if you're a team that might not have a Chargers fan, have thought Super Bowl, I'm not saying you think Super Bowl yet. I am saying you think, hey, if we get the Chiefs, we have a chance. We have a chance. But I'm more inclined to talk about the top dogs in the AFC and going from they could to they would with a limited Patrick Mahomes. That, to me, is the biggest story, no matter what happens over the course of Week 15.